Um, I had heard about this mountain 20 some years ago when we were in college, and I always wanted to bring my kids here. And every year that my kids grow up, I feel like they're going to be our arrows that I'm going to send out soon. I feel like there's less and less time, and I really wanted to impart into them the Exodus story, Moses on Mount Sinai, and I wanted them to have something tangible they could touch, along with our regular readings. So that's why we made the investment to come out here, because we feel like there's a short period of time where we can do this as a family before we get too old. And who knows, 5 years ago you couldn't do this. So 5 years from now, this may not be allowed, or 2 years from now, this may not be allowed. It's an investment, and I look at it as I would consider if they are if they love Jesus more as a result of this, and their grandkids love Jesus more as a result of this, it's a better investment than a Harvard education. So,
Amen, brother, preach it.
okay, you gotta ask some questions.
So, Karis, how do you feel about going up Mount Sinai with Ezra and your husband Brian?
We definitely wanted to do it, and I didn't know how grueling it would be. It is very trying, actually, because you're walking on rocks, there's no clear path. Very thankful for our Bedouin guides who know the mountain, and I think it just took endurance. There were parts where we're just about to give up. Both Ezra and I are like,
Yelling at each other.
Yelling at each other. We had a mother-son argument on the mid-mountain, trying to get him to keep moving, and for me just being frustrated and walking off. But that's the thing. It's like we endured, we made it. It did take time, and it was slow going, but it was definitely an experience that we're going to, I hope, cherish and look back and cherish. And
it was a lot harder than I expected. I got a bunch of cuts and from falling, and
so we did not bring the three girls. And thank you for recommending those. And my mother, who is 77, is here as well, and so we advised them not to go. But
they still enjoyed climbing up Aaron's altar, and they could do that. They just couldn't climb up the mountain. So there's plenty of stuff, even for the little ones to see. But the most grueling stuff is just harder.
Yeah. And Ezra, tell us a little bit about finding Ezra's cave at the cemetery of the Levites.
I was trying to find Arrowhead, and I accidentally ran into a cave-like home, and I found a bunch of this cool stuff, just like paintings on the walls and stoves and stuff. So,
Okay, well, we're going to track that on Google Earth. So if anybody wants to find Ezra's cave at the cemetery of the Levites, you'll know this is the young man who found it. All right. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thanks, Rhonda.